안녕하세요. Konnichiwa and Namaste. I hope you're doing well, because I am. And today, I'm gonna be doing some book tapping, because I've been reading this lately. The Count of Monte Cristo. And I am 227 pages in, or 26. And there's like 1,200, which is good though, because I do like the story. I did have some trouble getting into it at first, also because I haven't read in a long time, but I've been really enjoying it. And if you want to read a good story, then I would highly recommend this book. If you think that you'll have the endurance to read through it, but just tackle it one chapter at a time. That's how I like to think of it. Usually what happens is I read one chapter and then I put it down and I try to digest it, and that usually will make me think about it more, and the more I think about it, the more I want to read further. But I've also realized that I have a similar tendency, and when I'm watching a show, I like to take my time with it and just watch 1 or 2 episodes at a time. I've been watching Yu Yu Hakusho recently. That's why I'll shout out Kazimo or Kazmo. I don't know. But you know who you are. And maybe he'll be in the comments. Who knows? Maybe I will summon him. But yeah, I got my eyebrows pierced like a week ago. And I'm just waiting for them to heal, so that I'll be able to downsize. But I'm kind of liking it. I mean, it sounds like it was like a spontaneous decision, but it really wasn't. I've been thinking about getting them for a long time, but well, the last time I wanted to get them, I was in Germany, and the studio that I got my ears pierced, and the piercer wasn't there for when I was there during that time, so I couldn't get him. But I got him and I'm happy, and I'm just trying my best not to touch them and have them heal properly. So definitely let me know what you think. If you like them, if you don't, it's totally fine. self-help books, but I feel like those are nice too, but there's a certain beauty and like a deeper understanding when you have to, when the lessons are kind of like encapsulated in adventures or characters or journeys, and you draw your own conclusions out of them. Instead of it being like How to Win Friends and Influence People, which was the first book on like self-help that I got into like 5 years ago maybe. Or maybe 4, I don't quite remember. But I still enjoyed that book because I never really learned how to win friends and influence people, but that book was like, do this and because this and not. There's not like, I don't know. I hope you understand what I'm getting. It's not like a story where somebody is like asocial and like a social reject and slowly paves their way to like finding a group of friends or something like that, which you could also learn a lot from. So maybe finding a balance between like the self-help and stories and manga. I haven't sadly read a manga in a long time because I don't know. I gotta start reading Blame though. I feel like I really enjoy that. Maybe I'll start reading it online. Anyway, I didn't want to do some fabric scratching because I got this new flannel and I snagged it at a Goodwill. It was like $5, which I was very happy to spend. It is 100% cotton. I like the buttons. And I decided, because a lot of people keep asking about sketches, from now on I'll include one sketch per video. Something that I drew, but that you haven't seen. I do like to post a lot of sketches on like my community post. Or if you want to see more art, then you should totally follow my art Instagram. And today's sketch that I picked out is a good one. I can tell you that much. I'll just have to find it. I'm almost halfway through the sketchbook. And I don't know when I'll be done, but turn out to be the best. Well, I actually sketched this in 2 parts because I had to get to my math class. And so I sketched this one before, and then I had to go, and then I sketched these 2 later. And I kind of, I don't know, I mean, they still look decent. I did do a pretty good job on the texturing. That's what I've been trying to get more into recently, is like rendering and texturing. Because you can add so much like detail and give it like a cool effect. Because if these like lines were in the petals, then it would kind of look flat and one-dimensional. But because of these like lines, it gives it more depth and detail. And I do like spider lilies as a flower. I was thinking of making like a tutorial on how to sketch, or more content around sketching, because I feel like it's fun, and I too had the perception of like I like to sketch, but there's like a certain amount of pressure to like do well and have something be perfect. But I came to the realization that that part doesn't really matter, and you just gotta make it exist first. And then once it exists, then you can try and improve it. But it's really like the first part where making something exist is like the threshold that you gotta break through in order to see yourself thrive in a specific area. So if you have any ideas for sketching content or drawing, anything related to that, then let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know, and check out this or that video. I hope you take care of yourself, stay safe, and I'll see